tell us just ultimately how much of a shock this was. The market seems to be reflecting a shock. Were you surprised?
Yeah, I'm based in California, and I woke up this morning a little bit surprised to see all this news coming through. And I saw that the market value of Tencent and some of the major game companies were declining. I think that some of that is a knee-jerk reaction, and I'm a little bit surprised by the severity that the markets have applied to this new regulatory kind of discussion, because it's not even a final set of regulations yet. There's still going to be a month of discussion and input from the industry. And for the most part, the regulations that were quote unquote announced have already been in place for quite some time.
They are draft rules, and the aim is to essentially limit the amount of time that a player can spend on a particular title logged in to a particular online game. It all goes back to the rationale. Why is the top regulator doing this? Yeah, well, the National Press and Publications Administration, the NPPA, is the regulator in China that monitors and regulates all of the games world effectively, although there are several other regulators that touch the space for internet cafes and esports and so much more. But the NPPA has put out these measures for the administration and protection of online games, and frankly, I don't know if that's the exact title, but I think that's something similar to that we were reading through this morning. And those measures do not all deal with the amount of time people can spend on games. There's a lot of regulations around the protection of youth, which have already been in place since September 2021, when there was a big push to overhaul how youth gamers under age 18 in China could interact and spend time on games. Some of the measures that were discussed in today's document are sort of a repeat of those. And there are some new ones that might impact adult gamers, primarily around there might be some limits on the total spending on loot boxes and on the trading of in-game items between people or via the platform that they come from. But again, there is no defined limit set yet. And while there are 710 million gamers in China, and $47 billion in revenue, and by our estimation, rising to $57 billion over the next few years, some of that revenue might be impacted by these new rulings, but we really don't know what it is yet.
Yeah. So at the moment, maybe a knee-jerk reaction, Lisa. Are the right names being impacted by the knee-jerk reaction? We did see Ubisoft, we did see some other, not just purely Chinese-focused names being wrapped up in all of this.
Well, you know, Ubisoft should actually be on the positive, because today, at the same time that these new regulations, the draft of them was announced, the Chinese government did the world a favor and also announced the approval of 40 imported titles for ISBN licenses. And that is a coveted license. And it brings the total this year to, I believe, 98 imported games approved, which is higher than last year and the year before and the year before that. So it's actually quite positive. And Ubisoft is one of the game companies that had a title approved. And I think that was called Horizon's Phoenix Rising. And so Ubisoft, if anything, should be benefiting from today's announcements rather than get hit by it.